Okay, today we're going to do B is for brushes, and we're going to make loads of mess outside. Okay, I've got my B. Now, you might not have any slabs outside. If you haven't, you might have slabs at the front, or you might have a wall, or you might have a shed, anything like that you can use, or just the floor. It's absolutely fine. Now, I'm just going to use water painting, and I'm going to make some mud paint. And lots of you know how to make mud paint because we've done it with Brandon Marsh. But if you haven't before, it's dead easy. You just need mud and water. I have got loads of butters for brushes. I've got some really big brushes. I've got also a horrible scratchy scourer. An even bigger brush. Some chalks, because sometimes it's nice to chalk and then paint it out. I've got a sponge that's a heart shape, so I can make some shapes. I've got my mud for mud paint, and I've got a big bowl of water. So you can have as much fun and get into as much mess as you want to. You can have a go at mark making for circles, for squares, for wiggly lines. You can do big long wiggly lines and then run along them. You can splat it, you can flick it, anything you want, making some marks. Okay, so let's get started. So let's make the mud paint first. I'm going to pour some water in. And then I'm going to start with a littler brush, and I'm going to mix it all in and make lots of gorgeous, lovely brown mud paint. Now, some of you have had real fun before making mud waterfalls with me at Cherubs, and we make the mud paint and then we pour it down the slides. You splat it at the top and watch it dribble down. So some of you might want to make mud waterfalls on your slides. So once you've got it, you just need to paint all around. You might want to paint wiggles or circles. You might want to splat your paint and give it a really good thick flick and see what shapes it makes. If you want to be more precise, you could have a go at painting your butt. So you could go down the leg and give it a boot. Make a nice big boot. So you can go around with it and make a boot. You can paint, I've got on the side of the bowls, you can paint, let me turn it, on pots, and go down and up and down and up and paint all the pots. If you've got any bikes or any cars, plastic cars in your garden, you might want to paint them as well. I'd paint them with the clean water, not the mud water though, otherwise you'll have to wash your buffer bike afterwards. So, another fun one, as I said, is the splatting one. Woo! I've got this balanced on a bucket of water as well, so that's not always safe. With the splatting one, you can see how far you can flick the water. See how far we can flick it? Yay! Loads and loads of flicks of water. You can make lots of mess, and if it's a nice warm day, you can even see if you can flick water on somebody else to cool them down. You've got to ask first though. So, lots and lots of water splats all over the floor. Now you can also get your sponges and dip them in and make shapes. Mine makes heart shapes. See what sponge shapes you've got to make sponge shapes on yours. See how mine's a heart? You might have circle sponges or oval sponges or square sponges, all the different ones. And as well as making the shapes, you can squeeze them and make a puddle. Once you've made a puddle, you can use a brush or your finger to space it all out and see what other shapes you can make. You might be able to turn it into a wiggly sunshine. Yeah. Now, if you want to get big, strong wrists, really good thing to do is to get your water and do really big, long lines. And you go all the way across and all the way back. Can you do it? Really big ones. all the way across and all the way back. And then you can swap hands. Sometimes it's hard with your other hand. We often have one hand that's longer than the other. So you can go forwards and backwards, painting with your big brush. Now, once you've made it really, really wet and soggy, you might want to squeeze a bit more out and make it even wetter and soggier. And maybe do a bit more flick, 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 flicking. Ooh, you can pretend to be the rain and make it dribble. Don't know if you can see the dribbles. You might not be able to see them. When you've got that, if you've got any chalks, you can then mix your chalks in with all the water and wriggles. And it goes a bit like paint. You can use different colours. So I've used green. And you can use yellow. You can use it on its side or you can use it on its end. You can chalk all around the floor. You can do this on a wall as well. You could do it on your pot and chalk up and down your pot. And it doesn't matter if it makes a mess, because you can get your paintbrush with your water and paint it off. I might do a B on my pot as well. B for brush. And then I can get my brush and paint it all off again. Okay, or I might get my muddy water. Let's try a different brush. My muddy water. And I might put some big, muddy, wiggly snakes all the way across the floor. Ooh. You can do lots. You can do great big circles. Now, to be as big as you can paint all the way around you in a massive big circle. And then you can go the other way, all the way around. Now, if it's a really sunny day, you might find out it dries really quickly. You've got to do it all over again to try and find all your shapes in your pictures. You could have a go as well at writing your name with a paintbrush. So you can try and do your letters and write your name. If you can't write your name, that doesn't matter. You can ask your grown-up to write your name in chalk, and then you can follow the lines with your paintbrush. So if I wrote my curly cuff for Caroline, ooh, my chalks break it. I've got my curly cuff for Caroline, and then I get my paintbrush and I can paint over the top of it. Or, if you know your name too well, you could try your B for boot, B for brush, and you could paint over that. You could also, if you really like your cars, you could make some car tracks outside. And you could draw in with chalk or your mud paint some really cool car tracks, and then get your cars to follow them along. And then when you're finished, you get your paintbrush and you can paint them all out, all the way around. Now, if you haven't got any paintbrushes, you can use toilet rolls. So don't worry if you haven't got any brushes. You just put your toilet roll in the end of the water and you pop it onto your slabs. What shape do you think the end of a toilet roll makes? Can you guess? That's it. The end's a circle, isn't it? Because it's the end of a cylinder. So you can make lots and lots of circles. You can use your fingers in the water and you can, oh, it makes a good noise as well. Dab them all about. And I've even got my washing scourer. Put that in the water and it makes oh, it dribbles again. You see it dribbling, but it makes different sorts of marks again. It makes lots and lots and lots of lines. So why don't you have a go today? Take a bowl of water outside. You can make some mud paint if you want to, and take lots of things you can mark make with. You can take buffer brushes, take sponges, scrunchy scourers, toilet rolls. You could even take up screwed up paper. You can use your hands, anything you want. Find a big space, whether it be a wall or a fence or part of your floor. See what marks you can make. See if you can make some tracks for cars. See if you can make some tracks for you. You can make it rain, you can flick it, anything you want. Go and have some fun in the garden or outside by the wall and see what marks you can make outside. Enjoy yourself. Bye.